Close your eyes and imagine living inside a postcard. Pastel houses framed by ocean breezes, cobblestone streets frozen in time, and mountain skylines that look painted by the gods. Across America, there are cities so breathtaking they feel more like living works of art than everyday places. From Victorian seaside escapes to crimson desert landscapes, these destinations blur the line between reality and dream. Today, we're counting down 10 US towns that feel like living in a postcard, where history, beauty, and magic collide. Number 10. Nantucket, Massachusetts. Nantucket feels like stepping straight into a storybook. Just 30 miles off Cape Cod, this small island is only about 105 square miles, but every inch is pure postcard perfection. Imagine cobblestone streets lined with gray shingled cottages trimmed in roses, lighthouses standing guard over crashing waves, and beaches that stretch endlessly under New England skies. With a permanent population of just under 15,000, it swells dramatically in the summer, when nearly 80,000 visitors arrive, transforming the island into a bustling hub of life, color, and charm. Nantucket's economy thrives on tourism, boating, and its long whaling history, which is preserved in the Nantucket Whaling Museum, a must-see for history lovers. Siasconset Village, with its rose-covered cottages, and Brant Point Light, one of the oldest lighthouses in America, look like they were designed for a postcard. Even the sunsets here feel cinematic, especially at Nantucket Beach, where the horizon glows with oranges, pinks, and purples. But here's the catch. Beauty comes at a price. Nantucket is one of the most expensive places to live in the United States. The median home price here is well over $2 million, with some waterfront estates topping $10 million. Groceries, gas, and even basic supplies are shipped in, pushing the cost of living to nearly 75% higher than the US average. Winters can also be tough, with isolation and harsh storms cutting off ferry service and making daily life challenging. Still, for those who can afford it, Nantucket is a dream, a living postcard where history, nature, and small-town charm collide. Whether you're walking through its quaint downtown, cycling along coastal trails, or watching the sunrise over Sankaty Head Lighthouse, Nantucket feels like the kind of place you'd frame and hang on your wall. Number 9. Salt Lake City, Utah. Salt Lake City feels like a masterpiece painted between mountain and desert. Tucked in a valley framed by the Wasatch Range, it's one of those cities where nature steals the show every single day. With a population of around 205,000 and a metro area exceeding 1.2 million, it blends big city energy with small town postcard views. Stand on Main Street and you'll see the snow-capped peaks towering above, a backdrop so surreal it feels almost photoshopped. Founded in 1847 by Mormon pioneers, the city is anchored by Temple Square, its spires pointing toward the sky like something from a fairy tale card. But the real magic is outside the city limits. In just 30 minutes, you can reach world-class ski resorts like Alta and Snowbird, while 5 national parks, including Zion and Arches, sit within a half-day's drive. It's no wonder Salt Lake City has been nicknamed the Crossroads of the West. The city is surprisingly affordable compared to other postcard-worthy places. The median home price hovers around $570,000. Still pricey, but less than Denver or Seattle. Outdoor lovers adore the clean air and 4 distinct seasons, from powdery ski slopes to blazing desert canyons. Summers are dry, winters bring heavy snow, and fall paints the mountains in fiery colors. Of course, no paradise is without flaws. Winters can be harsh, with snow piling up and driving difficult. Air quality is another issue. The infamous inversion layer traps pollution in the valley, leaving smoggy skies during the colder months. Yet, despite those drawbacks, Salt Lake City remains one of the most unique postcard cities in America. Where else can you see golden sunsets over the Great Salt Lake, skiers carving fresh powder at dawn, and families strolling under temple lights by evening? For those chasing adventure with a side of city life, Salt Lake City is the definition of a living postcard. Number 8. Lake Placid, New York. Lake Placid is a place where the postcard writes itself. Nestled deep in the Adirondacks, this village of just 2,200 people feels both remote and world famous. Twice host to the Winter Olympics, in 1932 and again in 1980, it has become a symbol of small-town charm with global recognition. Mirror Lake reflects snow-capped mountains so perfectly that photographers flock here just to capture that single view. In the fall, fiery foliage blankets the hills, while in winter, the entire town looks like a snow globe shaken by nature itself. The town's economy revolves around tourism, athletics, and outdoor recreation. Whiteface Mountain, just a short drive away, towers at nearly 4,867 feet, offering both ski slopes and summer hiking trails. For those who prefer calm, the Olympic Center preserves the history of the Miracle on Ice, when the US hockey team defeated the Soviets in 1980. Homes here average around $400,000, though lakefront properties quickly soar into the millions. Life is peaceful, with charming inns, ice skating rinks, and cozy restaurants where fireplaces glow all winter. Summers bring canoeing, kayaking, and a rush of hikers seeking to conquer the 46 high peaks of the Adirondacks. But living here isn't without challenges. Winters are long, cold, and snowy, with temperatures regularly dipping below zero and blizzards isolating the village. Jobs can also be seasonal, heavily dependent on tourism. Still, for those who can handle the climate, Lake Placid delivers a lifestyle that feels magical. Every sunrise over Mirror Lake looks like a watercolor painting, and every snowy street corner could be a holiday card. Lake Placid is more than a town, it's a feeling. A living postcard where sport, history, and nature meet to create one of the most enchanting corners of New York State. Number 6. Carmel-by-the-Sea, California. Carmel-by-the-Sea is one of those rare towns that feels like a fairy tale sprung to life. With a population of just 3,800, it's a tiny village perched on the rugged Monterey Peninsula, but its beauty is outsized. Picture winding lanes lined with whimsical cottages that look like they were pulled from a storybook, art galleries glowing at night, and cypress trees silhouetted against Pacific sunsets. So it's the kind of place where every corner could be the cover of a postcard. Founded in 1902, Carmel quickly became an artist's haven. Writers like Jack London and painters seeking California's dreamy coastal light flocked here, and that creative energy lingers. Ocean Avenue, the town's main street, brims with independent shops and European-style cafes. Pebble Beach and the legendary 17-mile drive are just minutes away, offering world-class golf and some of the most jaw-dropping coastal views in America. But paradise comes with a steep price. Carmel's median home value exceeds $3 million, and even small cottages sell for 7 figures. Everyday expenses run nearly 75% higher than the national average, and parking downtown can feel like a competitive sport. Add to that strict zoning laws, no chain restaurants, no street numbers on houses, which preserve the charm but can make life complicated. Yet the trade-offs feel worth it. Residents enjoy mild Mediterranean weather year-round, world-class wine country just inland, and a coastline where sea lions and whales often make surprise appearances. Even simple moments, walking your dog along Carmel Beach or watching fog roll in over Point Lobos, feel cinematic. Carmel-by-the-Sea isn't just a town, it's a living painting, a blend of art, nature, and luxury that makes every day feel like a postcard. Number 5. Key West, Florida. Key West is color, chaos, and charm rolled into one tropical postcard. At the southernmost tip of the continental US, this island of 25,000 residents feels like the Caribbean with an American twist. Wooden conch houses painted in pinks, blues, and yellows line palm-shaded streets where chickens wander freely. The turquoise water sparkles on all sides, and every sunset at Mallory Square is treated like a community festival, complete with performers and cheers as the sun dips below the horizon. History and quirkiness define Key West. Ernest Hemingway's former home still houses descendants of his famous six-toed cats. Duval Street buzzes with bars, shops, and late-night energy, while the Key West Lighthouse and southernmost point marker draw tourists from around the world. The lifestyle here is dreamy, but it's not cheap. The median home price hovers around $1 million, and hurricane insurance alone can cost several $1,000s per year. The island is also vulnerable to flooding, and hurricane season brings real risks. Add in the fact that groceries and goods are more expensive, since everything has to be shipped in, and paradise comes with trade-offs. Still, life in Key West feels like a permanent vacation. The warm climate stays above 70 degrees Fahrenheit even in winter. Coral reefs offer some of the best snorkeling in the US, and the laid-back motto, "One human family," makes everyone feel welcome. It's festive, vibrant, and alive with stories. A living postcard painted in bold colors. Old. Number 4. Sedona, Arizona. Sedona looks like it was sculpted by the gods. Surrounded by towering red sandstone cliffs glowing in shades of crimson and orange, it's a town where the landscape itself is the postcard. With just over 10,000 residents, Sedona is small, but it attracts millions of visitors each year who come for hiking, art, and the mystical energy of its famous vortex sites. The beauty here is jaw-dropping. Cathedral Rock, Bell Rock, and Oak Creek Canyon look different every hour as sunlight shifts, creating a living light show. Sunsets ignite the cliffs into fiery oranges and purples, while the night sky sparkles with constellations thanks to Sedona's dark sky designation. It's no wonder filmmakers, painters, and spiritual seekers all call this desert haven home. But such beauty doesn't come cheap. The median home price is near $900,000, and rapid tourism growth has strained infrastructure. Summers can be blisteringly hot, often over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and the influx of visitors makes traffic and crowds a daily reality. Still, Sedona offers an unmatched lifestyle. The air feels crisp and dry, hiking trails start practically at your doorstep, and the local arts scene thrives with galleries and festivals year-round. Spiritual retreats and wellness spas add to its reputation as a healing destination. Whether you're gazing at the red rocks, meditating by Oak Creek, or exploring Native American ruins nearby, every moment in Sedona feels like standing inside a postcard. Number 3. Aspen, Colorado. Aspen is the definition of alpine luxury wrapped in postcard beauty. Nestled in Colorado's Rocky Mountains at nearly 8,000 feet elevation, this small city of only 7,000 residents feels larger than life. Snow-draped peaks surround Victorian-era streets, and every season paints the town in new colors, from golden aspen trees in fall to wildflower meadows in summer and glistening ski slopes in winter. Aspen rose to fame as a silver mining town in the late 1800s, but today it's one of the most glamorous ski destinations in the world. Aspen Mountain, Snowmass, and Buttermilk resorts draw thousands each year for skiing, snowboarding, and après-ski nightlife. In summer, the Maroon Bells, two of the most photographed peaks in North America, tower above mirror-still lakes, creating a postcard view unmatched anywhere else. The lifestyle here is luxurious, but that comes at a cost. The median home price in Aspen is jaw-dropping, soaring above $2.5 million, with some estates easily topping $20 million. Everyday costs, from dining to groceries, are far higher than average. Winters, while stunning, can be intense, with heavy snowfall cutting off roads and making travel tricky. Still, the payoff is immense. Aspen has a world-class arts scene, hosting the Aspen Music Festival and Writers' Conference alongside boutique shops and gourmet restaurants. Nature is everywhere. Hiking, rafting, fishing, and cycling are daily pastimes. Even sipping coffee on a quiet street corner feels cinematic with mountains as your backdrop. Aspen isn't just a postcard, it's a living snow globe of beauty and elegance. Number 2. Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston is Southern charm painted in pastel colors. With a population of about 160,000, it's large enough to buzz with life, but small enough to feel like a living museum. Founded in 1670, the city's history lingers in every cobblestone alley and antebellum mansion, while oak trees draped in Spanish moss create a dreamy, timeless atmosphere. Rainbow Row, a stretch of pastel townhouses, looks like it was designed for postcards, and the Battery Promenade offers sweeping views of Charleston Harbor. Horse-drawn carriages clip-clop past historic churches, while vibrant markets showcase local crafts and flavors. The food scene is world-renowned. Shrimp and grits, she-crab soup, and low-country boils add flavor to the charm. Charleston's economy is powered by tourism, shipping, and tech, making it both historic and modern. The median home price now sits around $600,000, reflecting the city's popularity. Its warm climate, averaging 66 degrees Fahrenheit annually, makes it a year-round destination, though summers can be hot and humid. Of course, there are challenges. flooding is a recurring issue, with hurricanes and rising sea levels threatening low-lying areas. Crowds in peak season can overwhelm the historic district. Yet despite these flaws, Charleston remains one of America's most photogenic cities. Walking beneath oak-lined streets at sunset or catching the glow of lanterns along the waterfront feels like stepping into a painting. Charleston is a postcard that never fades. A city where history, beauty, and hospitality create an experience you'll never forget. Number 1. Savannah, Georgia. Savannah feels like a postcard dipped in romance and history. With a population of about 150,000, it combines small-town intimacy with big city character. Founded in 1733, it's the oldest city in Georgia, and its historic district is a 2-square-mile masterpiece of 18th and 19th century architecture. What makes Savannah postcard perfect are its 22 public squares. Each is framed by oak trees dripping with Spanish moss, gas lamps glowing softly at night, and stately homes surrounding the green. Forsyth Park's iconic fountain anchors the city's most famous view, while cobblestone River Street hums with shops, cafes, and riverboats. Savannah's affordability makes it even more appealing. The median home price is around $350,000, significantly less than Charleston, and the cost of living is about 10% below the national average. The city thrives on tourism, ports, and education, giving it both energy and opportunity. Summers, though, can be brutally hot and humid, with mosquitoes and hurricanes as constant reminders of coastal living. Crime is also a concern in some neighborhoods, keeping it from being a flawless paradise. But those cons can't erase the magic. Every corner of Savannah feels cinematic, whether you're wandering Bonaventure Cemetery with its haunting beauty, admiring Victorian architecture in the Thomas Square district, or catching the golden glow of sunset over the Savannah River. Ghost tours, southern cooking, and live oaks combine to make the city both enchanting and mysterious. Savannah isn't just a postcard city, it's a living story. It's the place where beauty meets history, and where every street corner begs to be photographed, remembered, and loved.